Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Come on.
Play action now. Young. Flushed out of the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Ready.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Teteroa McMillan he was looking for. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. All right, 0-2 to start the game, and I'm guessing, partner, we're probably going to see a 3rd pass now here.
50 green. 52 black.
On 3rd down, it's Young. On the move, headed right. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east to west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Ready up.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side.
Here we go.
Trying on this 4th down. It's Young. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Set. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Forced out to his right. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Chased out to his right. Got his man. This is McMillan. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
And the Panthers, 1st down.
Ready.
1st down. Young. Cut near the goal line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Hurry.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it.
97. Hut.
Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
Oh, we've got a collision in the backfield, Brock. That football's out. Picked up by the Panthers. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
To the air on first down. Young escapes the pocket. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cowboys get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here.
And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's second down.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's going to have him up to that 23. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll be good for Dallas first down. Now running here with Jaden Blue. This play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on first. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. That's a 35-yard line.
A third down run with Blue. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And he's going to wind up out of bounds on third down, so they're going to be forced to punt this away now.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. Their route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. They're going for this with Prescott. Pass complete, screenplay. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. The Panthers have taken the early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB a tight end? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Give on second here to Blue. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on first is Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And screen here to Blue. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for him here. Look, it isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Puts it through. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Hey, defensive kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
On the return, here comes Xavier Leggett. Good work so far. He's got room. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Had an injury on that previous play, Brock. That looks like Xavier Leggett, who's getting some help from the medical staff. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Headed out right. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set. 20, 52, blue. Ready?
Young on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Dose of the hurry up here.
12, 10.
On play action, here's Young. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here.
So pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, it's Young.
15-yard line.
Has some room to work. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's White on the return. A nice run back, but what a hit we had at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Yeah, there we go.
Up the middle, Blue. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
39-yard gain.
And start the drive with Blue. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Setting up the screen. Space to the left. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Catch made. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a one-score game before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s? The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Smith on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
52 blue. 10.
And going play action. Young. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Okay, I gotta believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10.
Ready.
Play action now. Young. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
48-yard line.
10 cycles. Let's go.
Back to throw it. Look at that power, deep left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. The rookie from Ohio State takes it away. And the Cowboys are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's White on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Lou gets the handoff. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get back to 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And some good work to get the yardage back. It's a gain of 7 on first down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have. On the give, it's Blue. Behind the line, he lost that football. Panthers pick this one
Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble.
You're using this play to try for a first down.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Now they send their back in motion right. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
Yeah, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
This offense is not leaving the field. On 4th and 8, they're going for it. Looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Look at that, no worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. Prescott on 1st and 10. Out wide, it's Pickens. And he's tackled for no gain.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. They were Johnny on the spot.
Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Blue. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Here he is on 3rd and short. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Kevin Lloyd making the play. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Ready.
It's Young to throw here on 1st. This is a heater going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Finds him on the crossing route. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down. Offense to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they're going to throw. No spike. Trying to catch him off guard. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. Ball still on that 34-yard line. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 6.
Young to throw here on 3rd. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers 1st.
Watch out now. 52.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, he gives to Hubbard. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Now hang on a moment. I think we've got an injured player out there. Yeah, that's Chuba Hubbard being looked at following the play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Right. Next 10.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
He rolls to his right. And it is incomplete. Went big on the final play of our 3rd quarter. And nothing comes from it as we hit the break.
On the double.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Down. Yellow, 43.
Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down into the red zone. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's good for a Panthers.
10 cycles.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Hubbard on the give. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Working quickly here.
That's another Panthers first.
First down, and they go right back to it. There's so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Turpin with a return. Making some progress here. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Play action, Prescott. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They send the tight end in motion left. First and 10, Prescott. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it sets up second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
That's set. This is 3rd and 5. Dak off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Big touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for second and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's
Ready?
this drive will begin with Hubbard. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Really? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
3-3.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Ready, break. Clock, 10. Here we go. 52, 10.
Back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Vacates quickly left side. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They come through massive gain there on 4th down, give him 24 yards, and most importantly, that 1st down.
30-yard line.
Set, ready. 10 cycle, black 40. Ready.
They're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10.
Down. 10 black. Set.
Here's a give to Hubbard. The 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we cut.
He's back to throw. Flush down now to his left. Making the call himself. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. Give him 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Counter play, Hubbard. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
52 blaster.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. Buying some time left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you,
and that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here.